What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while, but today we're gonna be doing a suspension upgrade. Well, not really an upgrade, but currently my truck is sitting on a 3.5 IHC drop. Since it's a 4x4, I did a 3.5 on it, so that's the only kit you can do on it. 3.5 BHS or IHC or Tech. But when with IHC, there's a single cab. But today we're gonna be lowering it 1 inch all around. So I'm gonna do shackles in the back, and something that you can do on this IHC kit is that they actually, whenever you order this kit, it's the same thing as a 4.6 drop for these trucks. But the only thing is that they make you add something to your suspension that makes it lift up 1 inch. So it makes it a 3 instead of a 4. So we're gonna start with the back. We're gonna install the shackles, and I'm also gonna show y'all on these forks. Whenever you do that, you can't see it right now, but I'm gonna show you whenever I'm under. Whenever you do shackles, they rub on the part of the bed, on the bed rail. So you have to grind that part out, so where it doesn't rub no more. So I'm gonna be showing you that. And yeah, I'm gonna show you how to install the shackles and to cut the piece off, what piece and how much you need to cut off. And then I'm gonna doing the front as well, of what to take off on the front to make it a 4.6. But yeah, let me lift it up, and I'm gonna show you where to jack this truck up from and all that stuff. So right now I lifted it up to put the jack stands, and this is a spot where you could put the jack stand at, because it gets nice and stuck right there. Now I just put it right there, since my driveway is kind of like on a slope going down. So I just put it right there so it can get stuck right there. But yeah, there's probably the good spot in the back to where you can put it, since everything's all the way in the middle. So it's a good spot right here because it gets nice and stuck. But yeah, let me put it down and check everything's good. Alright, so I'm already down here. So this, you can see where the head is right here for the bolt that goes to the shackle, and there's the other side. But what I do is, this is a 21 millimeter socket. So with an impact or whatever you have, use a 21 millimeter. But since this side is actually bigger, I'm not sure the size. I'm not sure if it's a 21 or 22. But since I don't have a big enough socket for this side, I use this one. I don't know what it's called in English, to be honest, but we call it perica. I have this big ass perica. So I'm gonna just put it right here, hold it tight so where it doesn't mess up the nut. And yeah, basically that's all I do. And you can, this part we're gonna have to cut off, not all of it, but just a piece of it. You can kind of see right there where I had actually installed shackles before, but I didn't want to cut it back then, so I took them back off. But you can kind of see where I might have to cut it, just like a piece, so it can go more up. So it's just a little bit that where it's rubbing, so you don't have to cut the whole thing. You can just cut like the middle part of it, like halfway, and make it like a slotted. Okay, not that much. Sorry about all this noise going in the background. I live on a corner, so yeah. But yeah, that's basically all you have to do. But let me show you how to do these. What I do first is I just take out both of these bolts, the bottom ones, on each side, and then I just lift it up all the way as high as it can go, and then with the jack on the diff, and then once it's all the way in the up, I just take out the top bolts. It's kind of tough on this side because of all the harnesses, but I'll show you right now how to do all that. All right, so I already took out the bolts on both sides. So I already took them off, and a way to, sometimes it's hard to take out the actual bolt itself, so just with one of these, with a little hammer, just tap it out a little bit, and then with one of these little pry bar, just pry it out and it will come out right out. So yeah, that's about it. And then now I'm gonna lift it all the way up, since it's already on hook. I'm gonna lift it all the way up and take out the top bolts. Yeah. All right, guys, so as you can see, I lifted it up all the way up there where I can fit in the socket with the impact. It just comes right out, you can see it. So yeah, just take it out, and that shackle is basically loose now. Now you just have to go do it to the same other side. So I'm about to start cutting this metal part. You can kind of see what I would do is you could tape it so you don't cut over much, but I'll probably just cut it through here and a little bit over, just so that the bolt can clear and all that stuff, just in case. Pretty sure it's gonna clear without even cutting even more, but just in case. So yeah, just either you can cut it all the way up or halfway, whatever you want. But yeah, just grab a grinder, whatever you have, and start cutting. So as you can see, that's where I cut it. It was a clean cuts the whole way until this part, because it's kind of uncomfortable and hard to do. But you can see, I'm gonna show you right now when I put the shackle on how it's gonna end up looking and how it's gonna clear and everything. If it doesn't clear some parts, I'm gonna grind it out a little bit more. But to be honest, I think I did a good job. It looks straight. But I'll show you right now the rest and all that stuff. So guys, I'm actually done already. So I did have to cut way more than I expected. You can see, just so the bolt could clear all the way through, because it at first, and they just cut like around the shackle. But then whenever I tried to put the nut, it wouldn't go because it was hitting on the metal. So I mean, you don't have to cut the whole thing, but I basically almost did. But just cut it before right this little hole, kind of like this, so you can have enough clearance for the bolt and for sockets to put in there. But yeah, now I do have a lot of clearance between the shackle, because at first, whenever I had done them at first, it would hit so bad on this. Yeah, I couldn't even move it. Well, it had no travel for it to go up and down. Don't mind my hands. I know I need gloves, but I like working without gloves. But yeah, that's about it. Now I'm done with the back. I'm gonna lower it right now and take off the jack stands to see if it does hit or anything. But I doubt it, and I just to put grease. These do come with the greasable fittings, so no more squeaky no more squeaky shackles. So yeah, let me lower it down and see if it rubs or anything. So that's currently how she's sitting right now. I haven't dropped the front right now. Right now sitting at a 3.6. It's leaning a little bit back. As you can see, it does lean a little bit back right now as the way it sits at a 3.6. But right now we're about to drop the front. It is hitting right now on the back, with the diff and the frame is bottoming out, but not as much as whenever I had done the 2-inch on it. It's still drivable, but on big like dips or anything like that, like a speed bumps, it does hit if you do go fast on it. If you go slow, it won't hit. But I would recommend changing the IHC shocks to the Fox ones, so it can be a little bit more, I guess, smoother and stiff with these shocks. Because right now I think they are like maxed out or something, because it does feel bouncy, but it's not because it's bottoming out. Because I was driving it and it wasn't bottoming out, but it just feels like it's too stiff right now. But yeah, that's how it sits. Pretty nice. But let's do the front real quick. I'm starting on the front. Just go ahead and lift it up, and you're gonna have to take off your wheel. And once you're here, the thing you have to take off is this spacer it has between the strut and the control arm. So this is something to make you add with the IHC kit to lift it up back to a 3-inch instead of a 4. So that's all you have to do. Right now the shock has two 5/8 bolts. So you just take them off, and you're gonna lift it up, making it come out. And I'm pretty sure, I think this one slides on. I don't know if it slides on. We'll have to take off the whole thing up, lift it up all the way as it can go, and see if it comes out like that. But if it don't, I'm not sure. So as I can see, let me see. It does slide in, like I was saying. So this little spacer it has on the shock, on the strut. So just take out one bolt and slide this piece off, and then just put the bolt back in there, and then do the other side. And you're gonna do the same thing basically on the other side as well. What's up, guys? So I'm back with just to show you how I ended up looking with doing a little 4.6 drop on it. Well, I wouldn't say it's a fully 4.6. I think it's a little bit lower than a 4.6 in the back. But let me show you how I ended up looking. So Let me back away. This is how the truck is sitting right now. This is kind of exactly what I wanted. I can see how the wheel gaps. I don't like having on my other truck. I was tucking wheels, so I don't like having gaps between the fender wheels and the wheels. And I mean, this is the best I could do on this style truck. And you can see I'm running 20s with a stock tire, 275 55. And you can see I have 2 fingers of clearance in the back. And on the front, I have 3 fingers of clearance. You can see. But yeah, this is how I ended up looking. On the front, once I finished the front, it didn't go down. It didn't go down at all. So you have to kind of drive it around so it can settle down. And once it settles down, it's gonna give you that 1 inch lower in the front. Because at first it was leaning a lot towards the back, like a lot. It was really noticeable. So I started driving it around, and it did settle down finally. So now it looks a little bit more even. To be honest, I like how it looks, because it looks nice and leveled. It does have a little bit lean to the back, but I don't think those shackles are a real 1 inch. I think they're a little bit lower than 1 inch. So it does have a little bit lean, but it's not that noticeable, to be honest, once you drive it around and it settles down. But I mean, just look at that. This is exactly what I wanted, having a nice little stance to it. And now I'm pretty sure I can run any wheel I like, and it will look perfect on this truck the way it sits right now. So it is a 4x4, and it was a 3.5, and now it's sitting on a 4.6. So to be honest, I wouldn't really recommend using 4x4 on it, just because of the way the axles sit. So I mean, that's up to you. If you want to fuck around and find out if they last, then that's up to you. But me personally, I don't think I'm gonna use the 4x4 anytime soon until I lift it back up on some big tires. But yeah, let me show you how these pieces. Well, these are the pieces that are between the control arms and the struts. So just take these out, and it should be a quick little 10-minute job taking those out. In the back, it does take a little bit, like 30 minutes to an hour, just to cut that off, the bed trim part, just to cut that off and put the shackles. But I'm gonna be hitting up my homeboy that does jobs to see if he has actually a real 1 inch shackle. Cause to be honest, where I live, the streets are bad. They're really bad. So from time to time, it does bottom out the diff with the frame. It does bottom out a lot. So, but if you're driving like on this type of concrete, like where it's perfectly flat and not too many dips or what's it called, or holes or anything like that, potholes, then you'll be good. But me living right here in Pasadena, the streets are sometimes bad, so it can get rough. But I am gonna change the shocks to Fox shocks, and maybe get some helper bags, because I'm gonna end up needing them whenever I go lift it. So I want to put some helper back just so it won't bottom out as much. So it can be a little bit stiffer on the back, and it won't bottom out as much. But man, I'm loving how the way it looks. And also for my viewers that have been watching my videos and seeing whenever I did the headlight swaps. I don't know how long it's been, but you can go back to my videos and see how when I posted that video. But it should be like 2 to 3 months that I installed these headlights, and look at them. They look exactly the same as the day I installed them. They haven't given me no issues at all. Perfectly fine, running, everything. And they're right there, they're still working. But yeah, I am gonna do, also for my viewers that have been watching my videos, I did do a sound system swap. Y'all can see a little sneak peek right here. I can't show y'all too much because that's a video that I'm gonna do. But I did do a big sound system on it. A lot of people think it's a blow through. It might be, it might not be, but y'all gonna see on the next video. But I'm loving the way this looks. I mean, just look at that. Look at the stance it has. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go because y'all seen the way I'm dressed. I'm going to a 15 right now. But peace out and let me know what y'all think of the new stance of the truck.